All right, guys, guess what? I got my first 3 things from being a YouTuber, and I'm stoked to talk about them. Okay guys, so a month ago or so, I made a YouTube video about these Vivobarefoot shoes, how I really like them, I really recommend them for people that are interested in barefoot stuff, but I had somebody reach out to me because of that video and they really liked the review. He sent me 3 boxes of shoes. Yeah, so one of the things that he was telling me about these shoes was that they're a third of the price of the Vivobarefoot shoes, but I have 3 different shoes. And why do I have 3 different shoes? Well, I actually got 2 for myself that I asked for and 1 for my wife. So I'm gonna ask her what she thinks about them. Will these stack up for a third of the price to the Vivobarefoots? We'll stick around to the end to find out. All right, let's try these shoes out here and look at what we're working with here. Now I got 3 different boxes. AIRHAS. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. AIRHAS. All right, what do we got here? Got a white pair of shoes because I only wear white shoes and brown boots. So look at that. Oh, that is pretty nice quality. So these are a size 13 white men's. They are the athletic style mesh upper and TPU film. That's what they were called. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. If you take that out, how bendable are these? It's one of the things that people, first thing they do with Vivobarefoots is, well, not as bendy, but honestly, it seems more firm and rigid than the Vivobarefoot. Let's compare for size. All right, so definitely, I ordered a size 13 from this guy because I wasn't really sure how these were gonna fit. These Vivos, because they have so little padding in them, I'm wearing like a size 11, but I normally buy size 13 shoes. Look at the difference in size, okay? So we've got that, all right? So these are definitely gonna be a bit longer, but they do have more padding. There's an insole in here, and they're a little bit thicker. Honestly, these would probably, not really sure if I would wear these to the gym or if I'd wear these around, because these are pretty nice looking and pretty solid. Next one we got here, okay. We have got the white with the gum bottoms here. So we've got that. And these are the athletic style knit upper. And again, size 13. This is more knit. They actually have like a decent amount of padding around here and not a lot of padding up at the top of the shoe. I don't know, up at the top of the shoe there. I don't know if you can see that. This one, a bit more flexible than the other one. I don't wear a lot of shoes with the gum bottoms, but they didn't have all white. So I was like, okay, I'll try these out here. These honestly might be more what I wear to the gym, but honestly I could wear these around, I feel like, to the office too. Again, size 13 is what we're going with here. Lengthwise, Vivobarefoots, again, size 11 versus size 13. It's not like that big of a difference, which is interesting. Again, you've got the wide toe box here with both of these shoes compared to a normal sneaker, so my feet can actually spread wide. I feel like I'm gonna like these a lot. Lastly, I got me a pair of these ones. Now, I'm not wearing these. These are actually for my wife to try out, so I'm gonna see what she thinks about these ones, but they're blue, but she doesn't wear only white sneakers. And these are the casual style knit upper in light blue. I don't know if you would wear these to the gym. They're also pretty bendy. You know, they look pretty simple, clean. Once she puts these on, I'm curious how close to the ground she'll feel, because that's the big thing. Here's what I'm gonna do is for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna try wearing these shoes around, wear them in different scenarios, wear them to work, wear them to the gym, see which ones I like better. Probably gonna keep all of them though, to be completely honest. I'm gonna see if my wife, who is not really into the barefoot shoes, I'm curious if she is going to like these AIRHAS. I did not think that I would ever be a product reviewer on YouTube, but I don't mind doing these. So if people are interested in me reviewing products, feel free to send them. I'm not gonna say no. What is something you think I should review? Put it in the comments. So I'm gonna take these out to Madelyn to try on. All right, Madelyn, I'm gonna have you try on these shoes here. Just coming out to here. All right, so babe, here is your pair of shoes. Go ahead and just give it an open there.
Whoa.
All right, you already saw them earlier, but.
I love the color though.
Now you haven't worn any barefoot shoes yet, right?
Correct.
You haven't even tried mine on?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm curious, just initial impression, I want to know.
Comfy. I feel comfortable.
Do you feel close to the ground? Do they feel kind of weird, like barefoot?
Yeah.
Would you wear these off initial impression to the gym
Yeah, I think so.
Would you wear them casually?
Definitely.
Definitely? Okay,
Definitely.
so they're probably more casual shoe.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so I got both of them here. I am gonna try them with my no-show socks on. So these are the first pair. I just slip these on. Initially, I probably should untie them before doing that, but okay. I do feel pretty spacious. I definitely feel more padding in these than my Vivos. All right, and then I'm just gonna throw these ones on my other foot. Those are way easier to slip on. They kind of, like this one definitely fits, I think, a little tighter.
It looks more like a sock.
So this one feels more like a shoe. This one feels more like it just fits like a glove. Honestly, this one fits really nice. Should I just walk around like this with like 2 different shoes on and see when people start noticing? I would definitely wear this pair to the gym.
Yeah.
Don't know, well, I'll try wearing these to the gym.
Okay, here's what I'll say right off the gate. These shoes were a little bit big for me, and I actually told them this, but I ordered a size 13, so that's what I'm used to for most normal shoes. So that's what I ordered for this one. Now, for my Vivobarefoots, I have a size 11, which might actually be a tad bit too small. And then I also own the Flux footwear, the sneakers, and those are size 13. So I kind of figured, I'm not sure, I probably should go with the size 13. So I did, and unfortunately they are just a little bit big. I'm pretty certain that my toe comes to about here on both of them. I'm still waiting on the smaller pair. They were going to send me it, but I just haven't gotten it in time for this review. So that probably will change my opinion, but I'll try and be as fair as possible. Okay, so let's start with this one. The product features for this one is it's Vivobarefoot-like, so it's supposed to be a direct competitor. It's got a wide toe box, zero drop, flexible and thin rubber sole. I will say this is the most firm. I would say this is a lot harder, a little bit tougher than a Vivobarefoot. Now, you can kind of see right here, not as flexible. However, I haven't taken the insole out. And this is one of my things that I'm going to note is once you take these out, they're a lot harder to put in. They will not sit as well. At least that's my experience. So it is a bit more flexible if you want that more ground fill. And then this one is a lot more of a knit style, kind of like the Vivobarefoot knit ones. I would probably compare this to my Primus Light 3s versus this one would be more like the knit. Although I don't own a knit pair, so I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty certain style-wise, that's what they're going for. It's also got a wide toe box, zero drop, flexible and thin rubber sole, strong elasticity. So yeah, it's very stretchy, kind of like a sock, fits like a glove, can be worn without laces. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so right out of the gate, I'm just going to be completely honest here. Out of the 2 pairs, I have worn this pair the least. It not fitting well definitely has more impact on this one. I think this is a bigger and bulkier shoe already. Because it's too big on my foot, it definitely feels bulky. Whereas this one, I think, is a lot closer to my foot size, but still I could probably go down to the size 12 instead. I've actually worn this shoe quite a bit. I have taken it to the gym. I have taken it to work, and I've done that with this one. But if I'm being honest, this one I've worn on a very consistent basis, and I've actually had people notice it and be like, those are really cool shoes. And then I can give them the whole, hey, yeah, I'm doing this for a YouTube video. Haha, they're not out yet, but now they are. So comparing these to Vivobarefoots, you definitely notice a difference. These are more premium, more flexible, I would say. Like that's a little bit easier to do than like with this pair. You know, it's not quite as full, like it's probably hard to tell, but it's not as flexible, and that's to be expected. I mean, this pair, this is the Primus Light 3, and this is like $160, $170 shoe versus this one, which is $37. The bottom, it's not got that cool like hexagonal like Vivo style look to it, but like that's not bad. Honestly, I quite like wearing these shoes, to be honest. The white also hasn't gotten like too terribly dirty. That was what I was worried about it because of the knit style. One of the things that I found myself doing with these is I have worn them barefoot. I don't like to do it very often, but I have worn them barefoot. I would honestly compare these a lot to my Flux sneaker that I have. It's got that very same like sock feel to it. I think the Flux one definitely fits more, feels more premium, kind of fits more to your foot a little better. You feel the ground a little bit more, whereas this one feels just a tad bit more hollow. Critiques, you know, they asked me to let them know like feedback about my problems with it. Honestly, the only thing I have against this one, so a couple things that I did when I started wearing this, I noticed I didn't like the feel at first, part of it being too big, but I took out the sole at one point and then put it back in, and I was having a lot of problems with the sole not fitting super well in it anymore. So what I did is I actually just took it out and I tied the shoelaces a lot tighter and kind of adjusted that, and that really made a big difference. The laces being tighter and the shoe fitting a lot more closely to your foot definitely makes a big difference. I'd say the tightness of this feels pretty good. Again, I don't have the Vivobarefoot knits to compare these two. Maybe if I get those someday, I'll compare. One of the things that I've noticed is if you don't get the sizing right, is this part right here. See that super well. But the part right here, I think I would recommend pulling this stitching just a bit farther back if I was to offer one critique. And that goes for both of these shoes, because my toe every once in a while will get caught on this part and kind of snag. So like it's hooking when my foot is in there, and it's pretty uncomfortable when that happens. Also, let's check on Madelyn and find out what she thought about her shoes.
I decided to choose these ones because I could wear these out and about every day, and that they were easy to slip on. They went with everything. They're very lightweight, they're bendable. I could fold them up and pack them up in my bag if I needed to. I chose to get these ones instead of the gym ones because I had already had a really nice pair of gym shoes and I didn't need to swap those out. So that's why I opted for the everyday shoe, because I have been looking for a new easy to wear everyday shoe. I personally have noticed how much lighter they are than other shoes that I own, like Nike, Converse, Chacos. So I really appreciated that it was super lightweight and it felt like I was wearing nothing basically. I do feel like my feet ache more if I wear them all day and not have the support like I do from other shoes that I wear. One thing I did notice is that I am normally a 10.5 in women's, and that's what I ordered, a 10.5, and I probably could have gone up a half a size because my toe is at the very edge. It's not super uncomfortable, but it does tend to get a little uncomfortable if I'm wearing them all day long. So for $37, I would recommend them. They're easy to wear. They go with almost anything. Very lightweight. Yeah.
Would I recommend these shoes to people? For $37, it's not going to be the same experience, especially if I was to compare this shoe with the Primus Light 3. This is a much more minimalist shoe. It's lighter than this one. This is a lot harder on the bottom and heavier. But, you know, if you don't want to spend this much money for this, or you want to try the barefoot thing out, this isn't a bad experience. So AIRHAS made a specific discount code just for me. So if you are interested in buying these shoes and you can't even afford Vivobarefoots, but you also can't afford AIRHAS full price, well, guess what? I got a discount code for you, Malachi 15. Be sure to use that on checkout. Links are down in the description for all three of these shoes, plus any of the AIRHAS products. This discount code will work for them. So if you maybe aren't wanting these exact styles, then check out some of their other styles and use the discount code Malachi 15. All right, so that's my opinion. I hope that made sense. These shoes should be released by now, so I'll make sure to have links in the description for where you can buy these, so be sure to check those out if you are interested in them. If I was to recommend my favorite, I would say this knit pair, and I would definitely consider doing this for going to the gym and lifting, or if you just want a casual sneaker, or if you want something kind of classy and comfortable to take to work, if you want to wear barefoot shoes all the time. This other shoe, the thicker one, I would probably say is, you know, more if you're doing like strength training, if you got it fitted to your foot a little better. It definitely is hardier, so I think this would last longer. Probably protect your foot a little better because it's harder on the bottom. But I don't know if I would recommend doing stuff like running or things like that in these. Thanks for watching my video about my obsession with white shoes. Also, I want to thank AIRHAS for sending me these shoes and giving me a chance to review them. I hope you guys liked the review. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.